My name is Angel Wood of the Wood Homestead, and this is my kitchen. We bought our house about 7 years ago, and the first thing we did was tear out the kitchen. It was a total gut job. The ceilings were full of cigarette smoke, the cabinets were so greasy and dirty, and the floor had 3 layers of linoleum on it, covering the original hardwoods. There are times I look back and think, well, could we have lived here the way that it was? It would have taken so much scrubbing and air filtering that it just wouldn't have been worth the effort. So we tore everything out from top to bottom, and we've spent the last 6 years putting it all back together. We reused some of the upper cabinets from the old kitchen that I repainted, and we had them up on this wall until recently. We used shelving instead of upper cabinets on the other side of the kitchen. A few years ago, I did some rearranging of the refrigerator and the stove, and that just really opened things up in here and seemed to make a big difference with just the flow of the kitchen. I love having a kitchen island, even though it doesn't really follow the rules of 3 feet. I don't even know what they are, but having the workspaces spaced out correctly, I need to have the island, so I'm keeping it. I won't make you wait anymore. I'll give you the full kitchen tour now. All right, I'm currently standing in our dining room, and this is the view. It looks into the kitchen and then into the living room. And so we'll start here. I recently built this cabinet tower out of stock kitchen cabinets from Home Depot, and I stained them and finished them. I have to get shorter screws here to fix this. That's an easy fix, but just one of those things you put off. This is our bread box. I designed that because I wanted a space to store the toaster and bread. I've been baking a lot of sourdough lately. And up here is cookbooks, extra cups, things like that. This is our garbage. I turned it from a regular hinge cabinet to a sliding one, and you can see it doesn't close all the way. I'm not exactly sure why, but that's on the list of things to fix. Last winter I added this shelf and this brass rail from IKEA, and the hooks are from IKEA as well. We also replaced our appliances. If I had my choice, I would buy an expensive gas range, but that just was not in the budget. So we went with these LG stove. I really like the look of a flat top stove with nothing on the back, because eventually I will be tiling the backsplash. I started with unfinished maple cabinets. Then I tried to paint them this off-white color, and then I decided that I need color, and I've always wanted a green kitchen, so I'm going for it. I'm painting them. I think this is Artichoke by Sherwin-Williams. If you saw my fireplace makeover, this is the same color I used on the fireplace, even the same can of paint. So the first part of this project is I'm going to add a toe kick. On this side, it's going to be flush with the cabinets. It might come out just a little bit more, but I'm going to use 2x4s to make mounting space to put a trim board across the front. And I'm going to do that on both sides. Then I'll go in and paint all of these cabinets. Then next up is the backsplash. I have been hemming and hawing for months over what I want to do for this backsplash, because I would love to do wallpaper above here eventually too, but I don't want it to be too busy. But I love the idea of doing a checkered backsplash. It's something I've had on my mind for the longest time, and I think I just have to go ahead and do it. I am not afraid of being too bold. There was a phase in my life where I painted everything white and everything black and white, and I just realized it's not for me. I need color. I am not afraid to have too much going on. It makes me happy to walk into a room full of color. So that's what my kitchen is going to be. These butcher block countertops came pre-stained. They're from Lowe's. I occasionally use the mineral oil to oil them, but I actually like the look of them being a little bit distressed. You can see this is my bread making spot right here, so it is a little bit faded, and I actually like that. I know it's not for everyone, but it is for me. My goal for this whole wall is to be like a giant Hoosier cabinet. So my dream is to have a cabinet here that has a flour sifter on the bottom of it, so I can sift flour right into my stand mixer. So this is my dream, to just have my mixer here, my mixing bowl, and I can just sift the flour in. I use my kitchen scale every day. So how nice would it be to just do that, sift the flour right in. All right, moving on to the island. Currently, I have this base, which goes along with this built-in, which I bought from a local shop that actually was my and my husband's old school that closed. So this was in our, I think, 2nd grade classroom, and now we have it in the kitchen, but it's actually not going to be here long term. So once I build another island, I'm going to move this and the top piece into my office. Once this is gone, I am going to build a custom cabinet piece to go here for all of my plates, bowls, cups. And my plan is to do a cabinet just like this, but have it go all the way up to the ceiling, and then instead of this top piece, do a plate rack on the bottom. So it won't go all the way to the counter, but it will go up to the ceiling. All right, now at the fridge, I want to move all of this over a few inches so that I can adjust these cabinets so that this center line is in line with the center line of the sink. It ended up this way because we used to have a Lazy Susan in this corner. So because of the spacing and size of the cabinets, it just ended up so that this was right here instead of in the middle of the sink. But now that it's just a straight run of cabinets, we can move everything over a few inches so that's lined up. And then it will just move everything over a little bit here so that it won't be in the way of the door still. I would like to replace the faucet and water tap with something else. I don't know what yet. Probably brass, although I don't mind the mixed metals because that goes along with the stainless steel appliances. And the last thing, I'm going to build a cabinet up above the refrigerator, and I want to make something here either for broom and vacuum storage, or for cases of pop can be lined up along the side of the fridge, or other storage for random things. I hope you enjoyed my kitchen tour, especially if you are coming from other social media platforms. I want to thank you for following me there, however long you've been there, and thanks for joining me here on my YouTube channel. I would love it if you could like or subscribe to the channel. It would help me out so much as I'm starting fresh here and it's a brand new platform to me. So thank you. Bye.